Hey, it's Shay, and today we're switching it up a little bit, taking a break from The Witcher, and we're going to be playing the shadows that run alongside our car. I found this on Itch.io, and I think it's a visual novel about post-apocalyptic zombie stuff, like, two people after a zombie apocalypse. Let's get into it. I'm a chick, and I'm a brown person. I don't know which one to pick. I'm gonna do this dude here. Now, I'm not sure if he's brown or if he's tan. We'll find out. Thought about reading this, but it's so much. I feel like it'll make my voice tired. I'll try a little. The abandoned station shrinks behind us until it's gone. And then it's just us and a long road. ... The world outside the window passes by us in abstract, like the whole world's given up on having any meaning. After a while, I hear the faint buzzing of the power window being rolled down. You sure that's a good idea? It's not like zombies are just gonna hurl themselves at a moving car. Fair enough. Well, that was a thrilling conversation. So I guess this is kind of strange to be asking after 3 whole days, but what's your name anyway? Right, we never did introduce ourselves. Let's keep that one. Shelby. Well, nice to officially meet you then, Shelby. Name's... my name. Whoa, what's that? Shay. Okay. She doesn't care. The car shudders briefly as we rumble over a series of potholes, but then the road smooths again. The humming of the engine reminds me of a storm brewing far off the horizon. Well, that's the first time she's actually started a conversation. Guess I'm not so intimidating after all. What was I doing? God, what was I? A whole lot of nothing. But that sounds super impressive, huh? Just a scruffy drifter. You are pretty scruffy. Not so sure she wants to hear that. Ben, the truth is better than saying nothing. I was moving cross country, then everything went south. What about you? This is your ride. This ride is yours, right? Yeah, well, it's really my dad's car. Or was. Even when he was alive, though, I was the only one who ever drove it. Guess he didn't. Sorry, never mind. It's okay. The booze would have killed him eventually anyway. Pretty morbid. I could sense it ain't getting along too well. Pretty quiet in here, huh? Surprisingly, not much noise at the end of the world. Do you think there's any radio stations left? I'd be pretty shocked if so. That's kind of a weird way to phrase that. Alright. Reckon it couldn't hurt to look, though. She's fiddling with the dial. I'm pretty sure she's not going to find anything. Static comes in and out in waves. Every so often, the distortion gives the illusion of an actual sound, but then it goes right back to nothingness. Just then, though. Hang on a sec. Go back down. I think I actually heard something. The noise phases in and out. Then as something comes into auditory focus... Is that mariachi? I can't contain myself. The sound is unmistakable. Horns blare joyously over the static and a sick fanfare while a man's voice wails soulfully over it. I'm laughing so hard I nearly pissed myself. Shelby's nearly there too. Maybe this is a thing. Things that aren't really that funny are more funny at the end of the world. I don't know. Of all the music that would be left, man, I sink back into the driver's seat, letting my mind drift to the music. The dissonance is almost comforting. As the fractured chords wash over me, I try to pretend that I'm lounging in a truck bed somewhere, out in the sun mid-afternoon, shirt damp and dirty from a hard day's work. For a moment, I almost believe it. The music falls short for a few seconds before starting up again. Wait, isn't this the same song again? It's probably on an endless loop, because why wouldn't it be? Sure seems that way. Guess it's just Ghost on the Waves after all. And the undead aren't exactly interested in DJing. What do you think a zombie'd even listen to? Is death metal too obvious of an answer? Rob Zombie, or maybe they're all into baby metal these days. I like baby metal. Don't hate on baby metal. I don't know. I think the Grateful Dead seems more apt. You know, I've always wondered this, but what are they grateful for exactly? Maybe they finally found themselves some peace. Peace, huh? I wish they'd let the rest of us have some. Ain't so bad right now, anyway. Well, except for that. I shake my hand at the radio controls. So, what are you into anyway? Music-wise, I really like Alanis Morissette, top 40s, that sort of thing. You? And don't tell me it's baby metal. Well, if it was baby metal, you wanna fight? No, that might be for the best. What do you listen to then? Most people look at me and expect me to be into the Stones or Marley or something, but I don't understand this. Is it because he's supposed to be like a super tan beach bum surfer kind of guy? Like, I don't know. I'm not getting it. It's a nice sound though. I'm not going to be poetic and say that it sounds like music or anything like that. So like, are you into her? What is happening here? No, it's fine. Their music's catchy. I mean, my parents listen to ABBA, but it's fine. Your parents? Yeesh. How old are you anyway? You seem a bit young for Alanis. How old do you think I am? I'm pretty sure there's no right way to answer that question. Except for that one. I'm 22. Shit. God, that's so young. You sound a little like a creeper. What was I doing when I was 22? Still wasting my life, I reckon. I'm not gonna lie, I do have that kind of reaction when I hear people's ages, occasionally. I'm not gonna say how old I am. I feel like he's probably my age, though. This music's kind of similar to ABBA, isn't it? All peppy and stuff. You should be happy to have it. I share an optimistic take on it. Alright, enough of you. I reach down and turn the volume knob to a sharp left and the radio blissfully goes silent. Farewell, wailing man. Now it's just us again. Do you ever expect things to end up this way? It's getting dark, huh? The sun sets so late in the summer. Sore topic, huh? Guess she doesn't want to think about it. Can't say I blame her. I'm a bit surprised we still have any light at all at this hour. Especially without the streetlights and all. It's like the sky's just been saving it up. Looks a bit like a dying fire. Kind of fitting for the end of the world. So you never really told me what it is that you do. I mean, it doesn't have to be a job or anything, but, well, what do you like to do? Or what did you before everything? Actually, I worked a lot. I didn't really have time for much other than that. I would wake up, shower, go to work, have a lunch break, back to work, get off work, eat dinner, and watch TV for a few minutes before passing out. And then the whole thing would start over again in the morning. And just a little aside here, for me, that's what working a 9-to-5 job feels like. It's like it all just feels like one really long, shitty day. Like, this is more so like if you're working in a field that you're not passionate about, where it's like it's just one really long day and you live for the breaks, and it's like when you come home from work, you're just exhausted and you fall right to sleep and you don't have time for anything that you like to do. And then, exactly, see? He's talking about what I'm talking about. No, he's talking more because the world exploded, but it's a similar thing when you're on the other side of 40. That's not saying I am, but when you're on the other side of 40 and you have all this time wasted thinking about what you were gonna do and that you're saving up for this, that, and the fifth, and then you never did it. The only time you really feel like you get to rest is the weekend. And that doesn't even feel like 2 days off. It feels like just a night. So let's say the week is the day and then the weekend is the evening, and you see how much shorter that is. And it goes on, it distorts how you view time. So it's like the week feels like a day, a month feels like a week, a year feels like a month, and so on. And it's like this is how people end up spending their whole lives is something they don't like, and then they look back and it's like, oh my god, I'm like not 25 anymore, I'm fucking 50. What did I do at my time? And it's very depressing. I know, so that's a little more serious than I probably should have gotten for this, but that's what this made me think. And now I'm gonna rest my voice a little bit. She don't look like she's doing too good. We're here. That's what matters. Despite it all, we're here, and we're safe. The how and the why of it is just garnish on the salad. Now, doesn't that sound weird? Have you ever heard anyone say garnish on the salad? Of course, there's a bunch of metaphors to say what he's trying to say. But it just sounds so weird, like it's an unnatural feel in my mouth to have to say that in that capacity. Listen, you don't gotta answer me if you don't want to. If you don't want, but your old man, what happened? My dad? Ha. Ha. So he needed more beer, right? Of course he did. He was a deadbeat alcoholic. But they wouldn't even let him in our nearby liquor store anymore, so he wandered off to another one. Just so happened that that part of town was infested. It took a while before I even noticed, since he wasn't really any different from usual. It's pretty pathetic, huh? But so was my dad. And in the end, I won't be doing much better. Great. Now I feel like I want to puke. Hey, please don't say things like that, Shelby. One of us has to keep this up. Slide my right hand off the wheel. Her hand is resting by her leg near the center console, so I reach over. I thought she might pull away, but she doesn't. Her shoulders fall, and I think I hear her sigh. Wow, her skin feels really cold. Is that normal? Maybe because the window's open? Maybe it's because she's sick. Really wish I knew more about medical shit right about now. Actually, if she had a fever, shouldn't she be hotter? A chill like that can't be normal. It's not even that cold in here. But we're still here. Just remember that. Until that changes, there's still time. Things might never get any better. It'd be stupid to assume that they would. But we're still breathing. There's hope. Ha, it's pretty cheesy, isn't it? Ha. Ha! It's a little cheesy. Anyway, I'm sorry about that. About your dad, I mean. Even if you didn't get along with him, I bet it must be hard losing someone that close to you. Yeah, I guess. It all happened so fast. I'm still trying to come to terms with it. I wouldn't worry too much. There's no wrong way to feel. I guess I'm almost privileged. No one I care about has been around in a long while. I wonder if there's anyone else still out there. I wonder if they're stuck out here like this. I wonder if we'll ever know. Boom. If the car's clock is set right, it's nearly 1 in the morning now. The road is as dead as it ever was, but it somehow feels even emptier, more sinister. Like all the shadows behind us are teaming up into a hungering mass, just waiting to swallow us whole. My eyes are getting heavier. We can't stop now, though. We still got so much farther to go. Even if we... Hey, Shay, there's something I need to tell you. She puts her hand to her stomach again. Latent instinct tells me not to take my eyes off the road, but I do anyway, to look at her. She looks real bad. Worse than I've seen yet. A couple of times she opens and shuts her mouth. Why do I have such a bad feeling about this? I should have said something before. I wanted to, but... I was scared. I'm still scared. Damn it. God damn it, I should have known it. I've heard so much unreliable crap about the symptoms, but I guess they weren't so full of shit after all. It's him. Hey, stop. It's okay. But just keep calm, alright? We don't even really know how this all works, so maybe there's a way. Does it hurt? Not as much as I expected it to. I mostly just feel cold and hungry. I'm not even sure if it has anything to do with being bitten. If it wasn't for this, I might think I just imagined it. I wish I was dreaming right now. I wish this wasn't reality. Fuck it all. I thought I was keeping it together. Don't do this to me, kid. I swallow, but it doesn't make my throat any less dry. The corners of my eyes are burning. Careful there. Remember that thing about wishes. Monkey's paw, right? I guess sitting in a car beats having customers or my manager yell at me. Silver lining. Psh, retail? Almost as bad as zombies. Worse, probably. I try, but I can't muster up the will to laugh. Anyway, you should sleep if you want to. We'll probably be on this road a while. Yeah, you're right. Will you wake me up if anything happens? Of course. And hey, gotta be somewhere better down the road, right? Better than being back there at any rate. Yeah, maybe there'll even be a station that plays both Alanis and ABBA. If there is or ever was a station like that out there, I'd love to hear it. Hell, I'd love to shake the hand of whoever was running it. This life's too short to not just do whatever the hell you want. But I guess it ain't the time to be waxing on that. I don't know how much longer this tank's gonna get us. Well, ain't much else to do now, but go on until we can't anymore. The road is long, and our course is true. Nowhere to run but forward. So that's the end of his path. Full disclosure, I did a recording of this a few minutes ago, and OBS didn't work for me and didn't save it. So this is actually my third time playing it. So I'm getting a little bit more information each time. I'm not going to do the girls over again right now because it's so long and it recovers the same paths, even though it gives Shelby's perspective on a lot of things and you find out a little bit more about her dad. But I recommend you play it yourself and see. And play it at least 3 times. Pick a person, then do the other person, then go back to the first person. And I'm not sure if your choices matter that much or if the things just reveal on their own, but it's worth trying and seeing. So I'm going to leave the link in the description below. And if you play it and you enjoy it, let me know. I enjoyed it quite a bit. It's a little dark. It's super simple, but they did a lot with what they had. It's like you got the 2 characters, the interior of the car. The only thing that really changes is their little bit of expression and the lighting, but it was like super atmospheric. And like I said, I liked it a lot. Like you don't have to have a whole lot of graphics to impress me. Like I like The Witcher. It's really pretty. But I think I like this a little bit more than that, honestly. Mostly because of how much I died with this last recording I did. That's gonna be going up soon. But, yeah. The shadow that runs alongside our car, or the shadows that run alongside our car. Just give it a try. You might like it. And with that, I'm getting out of here. See you in the next one.